Hey, RADFLIK Inc., and I am now back with my day 17 installment into the 30-day horror challenge. Today's theme is your favorite 80s horror movie. I pretty much already knew this one. This is like, when I first found the 30-day horror challenge, I wrote down all the themes ahead of time and to debate, that way I could think about it beforehand, that way I could put these out, quicker, even though I haven't been able to put them out too quick, now that I'm sick, which I'm still getting over that. But when I think of 80s horror, it has to be something that completely embodies 80s. So, cheesy, funny, people dress funny, there's funny music, and everything is real, fun and just laid back and stuff like that. That's 80s horror. So, my selection for my favorite 80s horror movie is The Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I know it's a horror comedy, it's not, a real horror movie. And there's a lot of good horror movies in the 80s. I could have went either way, either with a scary one or a horror comedy. There's a lot of both kinds, but I decided to go this route. This is definitely love this movie. This is to me the perfect 80s horror movie. Lots of cheese, and it kind of represented a better time in cinema. Like they would allow them to do pretty much any idea. Anything flew back then. Nowadays a movie like this can never get made. They would look at it like what the hell, but back then you could easily get it made, and I think they did a great idea. Coming out with this movie. And I talked about this movie before in one of my first videos I ever did, and I talked about how that when I had first seen this one night, like during Halloween years ago, I changed it. I was like, I'll never watch a movie like this, because I kind of took it out of context. But you gotta just have fun with the movie. It's not supposed to be too scary at all. It's supposed to just be fun. But the concept is really good, and real quick, it's it's about a bunch of kids, and they're like at a makeout point, and then they see a meteor crash or something like that. I think it's a shooting star or something. So they go to investigate, and they find a UFO in the shape of like a big top circus tent, and it ends up being aliens, but they look like clowns. And it's a really fun idea because you could play with it so much. There's so many things that go with clowns. So they use their weapons, like they use pies, they use shadow puppets, real life puppets. They use they do balloon animals, and their main goal is pretty much to, I think they're not enslaving humans, they're trying to kill them, but they encase them in these cotton candy cocoons. It's just a really fun movie. Not really no big name actors, anybody that stands out that you can really, remember, but pretty good acting, great music, like I said, lots of fun, just real cheese 80s, which is awesome. And I watched this movie a lot. I'm not even watching tonight after doing this because I love this movie so much. So yeah, like I said, I didn't go the horror way. I went the horror comedy route instead. There's a lot of great 80s horror that I could have picked too, like Friday the 13th, the original, stuff like that. But lots of zombie movies, But I decided to go with this one because I feel like it, like I said, it perfectly embodies 80s movies, which was just real fun music, cheese, the way they dress, the way they act, over the top ideas and overacting, and this is just a really fun movie, awesome movie, kind of short, and there's always been rumors of a sequel or remake, but it looks like it's not going to happen, but just like a really awesome movie. Real quick, I'm going to show you one more thing, because I'm a huge fan of this movie. I also went ahead and picked this up because I collect these too. This is the action figure of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't remember their names, but this is pretty much the only one they put out, at least in America. And I know when I went online and bought it, there wasn't very much at all, and it was about 80 bucks, and then I saw this one for 50, so I had to pick it up. 50 is still pretty much a lot, but if you go online now, I went online recently, eBay doesn't have a single one, Amazon has two, and the cheapest one is $115, so it's pretty damn expensive because it's pretty damn rare, and there's a variant of this too, and it's like, they put it out Tower Records, which I don't even have those in Miami where I live, but I decided to show this because I'm a big fan of the movie, so I had to go ahead and buy this too. So yeah, my favorite day 17 30-day horror challenge. My favorite 80s horror movie is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Awesome movie. All right, later.